The upscale salon in downtown Chicago buzzed with quiet elegance on that sweltering summer afternoon in 2022. Sunlight filtered through tinted windows, casting a golden hue over leather lounges and mirrored walls lined with high-end beauty products. The air carried hints of jasmine and sandalwood, masking the city's distant hum. This wasn't just any spot for a trim or facial, it was a haven for the elite, where whispers of deals mingled with the snip of scissors. Elena stepped in, her presence commanding yet understated. At 42, she exuded the quiet power of a self-made executive who'd shattered glass ceilings in tech startups and venture capital. Her rich mahogany skin glowed against a tailored navy blazer, paired with simple pearl earrings and a low ponytail of tight coils. No flash, just refined strength, the kind that made boardrooms pause. The front desk attendant, a young woman in her late 20s with a tight bun and a practiced smile, glanced up briefly. "Afternoon. Confirmation." Her tone was polite, but edged with frost. Elena slid her phone over, the booking email displayed. The attendant scrutinized it like a forged check, her eyes narrowing. Meanwhile, two white women in yoga gear breezed through, greeted with warm waves and no questions asked. They were handed chilled cucumber water and ushered in. Elena's eyebrow arched. "ID too. For security?" The attendant nodded stiffly. "Standard policy." But her gaze flicked to the carefree duo, exposing the lie. Elena handed over her driver's license, her face a mask of calm, though inside, the familiar sting of scrutiny simmered. She'd faced it before in elevators, stores, meetings where her ideas were dismissed until a white colleague echoed them. Once cleared, Sophia, a soft-spoken stylist in her mid-30s with warm hazel eyes, led her to a private booth. The hallway's dim lights and abstract art screamed exclusivity, but Sophia's gentle demeanor cut through the chill. "Sorry about the hassle up front," she murmured as Elena settled into the chair. "It's not right." Elena met her eyes in the mirror. "But it's routine, huh?" Sophia hesitated, then nodded, her hands steadying on the cape. Suddenly, a shrill voice shattered the peace from a lobby. "My purse. My Louis Vuitton wallet's gone." Mrs. Whitaker, a flustered woman in her 60s with perfectly highlighted hair, rifled through her bag, her accusations flying. Staff rushed over, and eyes turned, landing squarely on Elena, the only black woman there. Whispers rippled. She must have. The salon manager, Mr. Reynolds, a stern man in his 40s with slicked-back gray and a perpetual scowl, strode over. "Ma'am, we'll need to inspect your bag. For everyone's sake." His words dripped with certainty, no room for the blatant profiling. Sophia protested softly. "We don't search clients like this." He waved her silent. The room froze, tension coiling like a spring. Elena's heart pounded, rage bubbling under her composure. This wasn't new, but the public shaming burned. With icy precision, she unzipped her bag and dumped it out herself. Phone, keys, mints. Nothing more. The silence was electric. No wallet. "Mr. Reynolds stammered, but Elena's voice sliced through. "What you've lost isn't a wallet, it's your decency." She gathered her things, pulse racing, and dialed. "It's me. Get here fast." Minutes later, the doors burst open. M.S. Langford, the chain CEO and Elena's business contact, rushed in, impeccably suited. Recognition hit her like a slap. "Elena? Our merger meeting." I didn't realize. Her eyes widened at the mess, horror dawning. "What on earth?" "Review the cameras," Elena said coolly, her suggestion a lifeline laced with venom. The footage played, Mrs. Whitaker chatting, wallet tumbling unnoticed to the floor vent. No theft, just negligence. Gasps echoed as the truth exposed the ugly bias hanging in the air. M.S. Langford's face drained of color. "You accused our key investor without checking?" Mr. Reynolds deflated, excuses failing. Mrs. Whitaker averted her eyes, mumbling half apologies. "Elena Straightenet. If this is how you treat people who don't fit, consider our deal dead." She turned to Sophia, slipping her card. Call if you want real respect. As Elena exited, a bystander filmed discreetly, the video igniting online fury. Back at her firm, calls poured in MS. Langford begging forgiveness. Elena severing ties via crisp email. That evening, Sophia arrived, folder in hand for senior role. I couldn't stay after that, she said. Elena nodded. Integrity like yours? That's what I build on. The scandal exploded. Boycotts, plunging stocks, hollow corporate statements. At a packed press conference days later, Elena faced flashing cameras. No lawsuits, she declared, voice steady but charged. This is bigger. It's the daily erosion of dignity through bias. I've built my empire on empowerment, not exclusion. Change demands accountability, not trends. Applause swelled as she stepped down, the city skyline glowing outside. Cracks in the system widened, progress inching forward. Has bias like this ever hit you in a safe space? Should companies face harsher penalties for profiling, or is public shaming enough? Drop your stories below, like if it resonates, and subscribe for more raw truths that spark real talk.